Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another season of the Committee Reads. And today, we are finally here, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tom Christian era of the KWC is finally over. Clap once.
Finally.
Wow.
You clapped
Wait,
too
so
many
we're
times.
in
An era with
secretly
slightly
great
less
shot?
cringe.
But nevertheless, to add just a little bit more here, 142 is the point in time where Grayshot 151 and myself, KaijuX, sort of took over the KWC properly. It's where things finally... you should probably have heard this from the video we had concerning that matter already. But quick recap. Tyler and I took over the KWC, stole it from Titano Goji 16 and made it our own. So, this is basically our point in the KWC, and we are still ongoing. We are still ongoing as of this video. So,
Man, look at this clown tooting his own horn.
heck yeah, I am gonna toot that horn all day long. You're gonna love it.
Man, you fucking clown.
That said, I am personally not super excited to read these over, because now all I'm going to see are all the errors we've made along the way. But oh well, that is the
Especially
consequence.
with this one that you rushed.
Oh, not this one. This one you could put on Tyler. I think there's one of these you could blame on me, but I can't remember any of them at the moment. So anyway,
Alright, so he said we got one chance to blame on him.
remember? Yes, yeah. There's one chance. I just can't remember what. I'll let you know what it is when it comes. Nevertheless, and today, of the first match of the Tyler Kaiju X era of the KWC, we have match 142, Manda versus Kamacuras, by Isaac Altenbach. The predator stalked its prey. Kamacuras slowly and quietly made his way through the trees, making certain to stay hidden. His large, bulbous eyes glared at a group of grazing cows. The herd was in a large field next to the ocean. The large mammals did not notice Kamacuras' presence, even as the giant insect moved out of the trees and onto the field. Kamacuras raised one of his giant spiked claws into the air, ready to spear one of the cows and devour it. Pass.
Right as he began lowering his claw, the insect heard a boom and felt something hit his armor. With an annoyed screech that sent the herd of cows darting in the opposite direction, Kamacuras turned his head to see a man loading a shotgun. The gun had done no damage to his exoskeleton, but it was enough to annoy the insect. He took a step in the direction of the man. The human turned around and broke into a sprint before he screamed, "Gimantus!" Kamacuras gave another screech and speared the man with the tip of his claw, silencing him forever. Before the insect tasted his new prey, the human tasted rather good, but a bit too crunchy for the insect's taste. Far from finished, Kamacuras turned back toward the herd and zeroed in on a cow fleeing in the direction of a nearby beach. Pass.
Okay. Kamacuras gulped down what was left of the man and spread his wings. In only a second, he was upon the cow and had it in his mandibles. So this is just Kamacuras going on a feast, right?
I guess so, yeah.
The giant insect gave a happy screech as he munched on the mammal, but something caught his attention in the water. There was a whale! Kamacuras trained his compound eyes on the surface of the ocean, just past the breaking waves. Something was moving under the water, something fast. Before Kamacuras could respond, the surface of the water erupted with motion. Out of the water flew Manda. Jaws parted for the killing blow. Man, I didn't know Manda was just like a whale.
It's
Kamacuras
symbolic.
screeched. Yes. Kamacuras screeched in surprise, moving out of the way just in time as to not have his head stuck. Manda landed on the ground behind the monstrous insect. He snapped his tiny fingers angrily. He was so close. His long body curled up as he lifted his head and let out a loud, angry hiss. Kamacuras brought up his sharp, spiked claws in a defensive posture, remaining cautious of his new foe. Manda grunted at the act as he slithered forward, occasionally using his tiny legs to give him an extra boost. The large serpentine monster first moved to Kamacuras' side, hoping to spot an opening. Before he could find it, though, Kamacuras attacked first. The insect lashed out with a claw and raked it against part of Manda's large body, drawing a small trickle of blood into the ocean water. The serpent hissed and grunted with anger before he quickly wrapped his body around the arm that attacked him. That has got to be a lot of pressure, or a really long arm. Kamacuras screeched in surprise as Manda began slithering up his apparently giant right arm and around the top half of his body. Manda parted his jaws around the back of Kamacuras' head, slowly preparing to bite a hole into it. But that was when he felt a sharp claw enter his body. He had forgotten about the other arm. The serpent grunted with pain while Kamacuras screeched with joy. The insect pulled his left claw out of Manda's body and slid it back into the open wound again. The Manda hissed from the agonizing strike and quickly slithered away from his opponent. Man, there's a lot of stabbing going on. Pass.
Free from the serpent, Kamacuras charged forward with lightning speed. His right claw jetted down into the ground, narrowly missing Manda's head. The serpent reared back, putting his head even with this opponent. Kamacuras screeched loudly and went for another claw for Manda's head. The serpent easily dodged, but the claw just barely cut into his hide, drawing another small stream of blood. Manda hissed as he jettisoned forward, biting down on Kamacuras' arm and digging his teeth into the insect's exoskeleton. The giant insect squealed before lifting his head up and slamming down onto the ground. Manda refused to let go, even as he-body was sent into the air and brought down into the ground.
Oh no, an error.
Wild error. Realizing his strategy wasn't working, Kamacuras brought down one of his feet to stabilize Manda's coiling body. He opened his mandible and leaned forward, digging his multiple jaws into Manda's side. Manda's maw parted to unleash a thunder screech, releasing his hold on the giant mantis. The giant serpent reared while Kamacuras continued digging his mandibles into the dragon's body. Manda grunted with anger as he found he couldn't escape Kamacuras' grasp. The serpent then aimed at Kamacuras' head, and with one quick snap of his jaws, Manda severed one of the giant mantis's antennae. Kamacuras remained undeterred, though, and propelled his jaws deeper into the serpent. And pass.
In agony, Manda began to panic. The snake-like monster hissed and snapped off Kamacuras' other antenna. The giant mantis finally released Manda as its screech of pain echoed from his mandibles. Free of the insect's hold, Manda began to slither away from Kamacuras, intent on escaping to the ocean. This fight had been too costly and was no longer worth the time, just like this match. Seeing his foe escaping, Kamacuras brought up his right scythe-like claw and brought it down on the end of Manda's body. The sharp claw easily sliced down deep into the serpent's body. Huh, just sounded weird.
Yeah.
Breathing a squirt of blood and stopping the serpent's movements with a loud grunt, Manda turned with light, fast speed and slithered up the giant mantis' body. Filled with rage, he coiled around Kamacuras' arm and neck, then began to squeeze as hard as his muscles would allow. In return, the mantis lifted up his left claw, intent on bringing it into Manda's body, but instead it as what?
But instead, it as well as his form suddenly felt limp.
Ooh.
That's awkward. That's very awkward.
Yeah, that is rough.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit stanky.
Stanky. The question why was answered with a crunching noise as Manda finally crushed Kamacuras' neck, popping the insect's head off. As the giant mantis fell to the ground, Manda hissed with satisfaction as a good meal had just been secured. The massive serpent sunk his fangs into the body of his deceased foe and slowly began to swallow Kamacuras' entire form. Thoroughly satisfied over its hard-won meal. Winner, Manda.
Yes. Man. Well, oh boy. All things considered, you may say, why does this match exist? I'm saying it's good to have short matches because this is also the era where KWC matches get really friggin' long. So, take them in while you can. Nevertheless, the actual match itself is nothing too special. It's not too crazy. It's super basic KWC in the most sort of basic sense. I don't see this one really sticking with me too much. It's just kind of there. So it's not, like, when it came back, it was like, hooray, finally a KWC. You know, we all probably ate it up, despite some of the... There definitely could have been some, like, extra punctuation marks I've noticed that were kind of missing, or like, you know, maybe one typo and, like, you know, a couple rough areas that could have been better polished. But, like, you know, as far as everything else goes, I think it does, like, you know, its tensing is alright. Just worded a little weirdly at a couple of places, or you know, could have used a synonym for one or two spots, but yeah, it is super basic. It doesn't, like, I don't think it does anything too crazy, though apparently Kamacuras has a really long arm for Manda to slither up on. It's like, that seems kind of weird. And in a twist that can only be done in the KWC fashion, the banner I sort of kind of feel similarly on. The banner literally reflects the match. It is an older match. It's not perfect. It's a little rough, but you know, for what it is, it does what KWC do fine. So that is my sort of personal stance on it. And funny enough, it only took me until now, reading it 5 years after the matter, to realize that is Showa Manda on that banner. It was Destiny, folks.
The winner wasn't Manda Millennium, it was Manda Showa, guys.
Yeah.
Damn.
And funny enough, I almost pictured Showa Kamacuras in this match for a second. I don't know if that's just me. That could just be me.
Because he ate things finally?
Yeah, probably. I think just the way he uses like claws as stabbing weapons just reminds me of the Showa one with its asymmetrical arms. But anyway, I think I kind of said what I need to say. Bacon, what'd you think of 142?
It exists. I don't know what to say that you already didn't, if I'm being honest. Wait a minute, I committed a sin!
Honestly.
Crap!
Well, there go your nuts. Anyway.
No! I need those!
That's what you get, bitch.
Anyway.
Yeah, no,
Stupid
what you said...
Fucker.
Dude, blast it.
God damn it, let me fucking speak. Okay, yeah. What Kaiju X said already fits what I would say. I don't have anything to say about this match. It exists. It's there.
Alright, Alex, what'd you think of it?
Okay. How to play Movie Buff Quiz. A fun and fast-paced game that will let film aficionados take the leading role. Gather your teams wisely and put your collective test. Time to show off what you know. Light, camera, action. Teams. 2 or more players in each team's equipment. Stopwatch. How to play. Divide players into 2 teams. You can now take it in turns to ask the competing team a question. The correct answer is highlighted all the way through, and teams are awarded 1 point for each correct answer. First team to 20, or the team who wins the most, is the winner. 3 ways to play. Hard, just ask the questions. Medium, give the competing team the 4 multiple choice answers to guess from. Easy, give the multiple choice answers, and if they still need help, offer up a 50-50 chance. A few bright ideas. Appoint a quizmaster to read out the questions in keep order. Decide on the number of rounds to play, and add a 60-second time limit for teams to answer as many questions as they can. Remember to keep track of those scores. Why not play this pub quiz style and write the answers down? And that's how you play Movie Buff Quiz. Oh, and those are my thoughts.
I thought you also had something to say about the banner. I thought.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah, it looks like Kamacuras is giving Manda ass to mouth.
Manda's into some kinky shit, alright?
Oh no! Why? Damn it!
Also, Alex, you read the wrong sponsorship. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Gosh darn it, no!
I thought it was sponsored by Honey.
Yes, it's sponsored by Honey.
Shit!
This video is brought to you by Honey. Just use it!
Well, someone sent me the wrong ad then.
Oh, they're a bunch of liars. Don't trust them. Anyway.
This video is sponsored by Doom Eternal. Buy it now.
Oh, anyway. Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that one out, Alex. I cannot. That image will never leave my mind. Nagoda.
You're welcome.
Nagoda, what'd you think of it?
No, his light flashes before his eyes, and right before he dies, that's the last thing he sees.
Gosh, this is match 14 all over again.
I mean, it does have a 14 in his number.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It's destiny.
It's match 14 too, don't you see?
Yes, you're right.
Oh shit!
So
Oh
good
fuck!
we need the sequel.
Oh my gosh, of all things. Gosh darn it. Alright, Nagoda, what'd you think of it?
Well, half of this match was just Kamacuras eating things. I didn't know Kamacuras was an ASMR person.
So the last 5 minutes, last 5 words is the actual fight. Gotcha.
And the banner looks nice, considering that's Show Amanda. We should use Show Amanda more often in banners instead of Millennium. Just look at him. It isn't just the same image over and over again.
So, it's just going to be the same model over and over again is the thing. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. Like, did you have any other additional thoughts to say, or first KWC of the Kaiju X Gray Shot era?
You guys really got into the stabbing things early, didn't you?
You would have to question Gray Shot more on that than me, but I guess so. So.
If I ask him, he's gonna stab me.
Oh, you're right. Shoot.
Does that and he's just gonna fucking die. The car's gonna fucking squash his head like a grape.
Alright.
Fatality.
And Ditto, what'd you think of 142?
Oh, well, there's cows. It's got Farmer with a shotgun.
Wait, are the cows from Barnyard?
Oh no!
No.
Let's not.
It's Otis! It's Otis!
Oh no! Let's not reach too far out there now. The match may be removed if that's the case. But Farmer with a shotgun's good. Farmer with a shotgun's good.
But yeah, the fight was fine. I mean, like everyone else said, either Kamacuras has a really huge claw, or Manda's just really small.
I never considered that. Manda being really small.
The banner, it's fine. It looks cool. We got Showa Manda instead of the Millennium version. Overall, I'd give it like a 3 out of 5.
A little high, I'd say 2 out of 5. But no, that's just my
Okay,
opinion.
2.5.
Fair enough.
Negative.
There are no negative numbers. Commit to a positive one.
No.
Minus 5 stars.
Hey,
Negative infinity.
anyway. And with that said, well, this was our first KWC of the Gray Shot Kaiju X era. Tom Christian is so easy to say. Tyler Andrew, Gray Shot Kaiju X. Tyler, Gray Shot, I don't know. I don't know how I would word that. That's
Mother's ass.
Trado
Why does
Mirsky. Trado Mirsky.
Why does it sound
There
like,
you go.
Trade on Mercy.
Why does it-
That's not bad.
why does it sound like he's making a ship name?
No.
That's what Nagoda just did. He created a
Grimshaw
ship
did
name.
show fan art to us of him and Kaiju X holding each other naked.
Jake Black.
What?
It was Greyshaw. He called it tasteful.
Not dignifying that. Anyway, with that said, this has been first match of the Gray Shot Kaiju X era of the KWC, and we will see you folks next time for match 143. Till then, everyone.